off the chain. Let me tell y'all, I'm telling you, these women is off the chain. Hey, the pettiest, how are you, Robert? Y'all, I read into this story just now. Right now, before I went live, me and my baby just watched this story. Shout out to Law and Crime. Y'all, if y'all have a man, or men, y'all have a woman that is married and they are married, don't mess with them. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. You can get sued for it. And this is the first case that I have came around. And one lady was married to her husband. A huge TikTok, influencer came and scooped up her man. And the lady that, got her man taken away from this huge TikToker, she sued this big TikToker for $1.5 million and won the lawsuit. And now the big TikToker has to pay the wife $1.5 million. Y'all, this is unbelievable. This is the first case that they have heard of, that I have heard of, that this has happened to. Because y'all know people cheat all the time. People cheat all the time, left and right. They may have a wife and then they may have 2 or 3 or 4 boo things on the side. Or maybe it's, reverse. Maybe they married, she got a husband and maybe 2 or 3 boo things on the side. Y'all, this is crazy and unbelievable. This just hit the airways. I said I'm going live right now and share with my audience, my people, my family, about these situations that happen that now they are saying, and this I believe happened in South Carolina or North Carolina, I believe it was. This woman sued. She was a wife. She said, you broke up my happy home. I have children. I let you come over and stay with me and my husband and our kids. Even to the point where her mother, her grandmother, I think it was, had to come and it was a situation with that. But y'all, this lady, the wife, sued this big TikToker and the judge awarded the wife $1.5 million bills. We gonna get into it, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. Happy Tuesday. How are y'all doing today? Oh my God, this is unbelievable, y'all. But we gonna get into it. And she is all over TikTok with this, with this man. And I'm like, well, evidently it looks like you guys, was really together. Y'all was really an item. But y'all, let's get into this because this is crazy. Shout out to Law and Crime. This is where we are going to do a reaction to this video. Y'all, when I say this story was crazy, and this is the first time I ever seen, I got paint on my hand, y'all. I'm trying to do Christmas decorations, as you guys can see. Trying to get my Christmas decorations together, y'all. We just started barely started, just, getting it together slowly but surely, y'all. We doing blue and silver for Christmas this year. So I'm trying to get my decorations together. I got paint on my hand. I was painting before. But anyway, y'all, let's get into this situation because I'm telling you, they even look, like I said, like they was a couple. I mean, all kind of stuff. But y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me turn the camera around because they do look like a whole couple. And I was like, oh, I was confused because this is a big TikToker, and I'm not sure if you guys know her. They even made a YouTube channel. It's Just Us. They got 1.9 or 1.6 million, 1,600 or 1,900 subscribers on their YouTube channel. Say that even made a YouTube channel right there. YouTube, It's Just Us. Y'all check them out. This is a girl, also a big TikToker. I think she has 2 million followers over there on TikTok. And she is the one that then scooped up this man, which was a married man. And this is the one that the judge, that is the husband, the married guy. And yes, he scooped her up and he left his wife and his kids. But y'all, and then his wife sued her, big TikTok fan, and won $1.5 million, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let me start this video, y'all. This is crazy. Uh-oh, hold on. Let me get my volume. Let me get my volume together, y'all. This is a unbelievable story. I couldn't believe it. Let me see. Okay.
Lloyd, when does that ever stop?
Who's she talking to, bro? Come on.
Tim, when does that ever? Tim,
Don't
please.
talk to me then. Don't
No. When does that ever stop you from picking your drink up?
Don't.
A bombshell lawsuit and a bombshell trial. A woman sued a social media star for having an affair with her ex-husband and destroying their marriage. And while not a...
So this is a wife, and her name is Akira. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Hold on, let me get my camera together, y'all. Hold up. Hold on now. It went all over to the left. Hold on, y'all. Hold up.
And wait till you hear
Hold up.
what happened at trial, where this
Hold on, you guys.
influencer who represented herself questioned the woman's...
Hold on, y'all.
This was an intense
Let me pause
showdown
this.
that all...
Okay, there we go. Let me open it. Okay, hold on. My internet was acting crazy, and I'm back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay. All right, so we gonna get back into it, y'all, because I'm telling you, this story is crazy. All right, y'all, let's continue.
all culminated with a major verdict. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law on Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Now, as we're talking about laws that you may not have heard of, here's a fun fact that you may not have heard of. Did you know that chips were cooked in tallow until the 1990s? See, that's when...
Okay, let's skip all that. We don't care about no chips right now.
But I ripped it.
We not hungry. At least not me.
Intentional infliction of emotional distress, assault, battery. I will tell you right now, I feel fairly confident in saying I don't think we have ever covered a lawsuit like this one before, where you have a very popular TikTok star who is being sued by a woman who claims that she essentially stole her husband from her, and believe it or not, in law, there is an actual specific claim or claims you can sue for. I remember studying this in law school. I hadn't thought about it since then, and it was only now, when I hear about the story, that I remembered it. A few states recognize it. It's called alienation of affection, and you can also sue for something called criminal conversation, which is a claim here too. It's basically adultery. You can sue when someone has sexual intercourse with your spouse.
And I mean, look at this. Y'all, this was a married man. And he was like, I really thought that they were the one original couple. I thought she was the one who was suing the other girl. No, because we haven't seen with the other girl, I haven't seen any pictures or any of her like social media with them together. So this is somebody else's husband. But y'all, let's continue.
We're going to talk about this. This is a real thing. It is a
Hey,
real
Ola,
thing in
I'm
State
good.
North Carolina where this is happening. So, it's back in May of 2024. Akira Montague filed a $3.5 million lawsuit against viral TikTok star Brene Kennard. She's got over 274,000 followers on Instagram, nearly 3 million on TikTok. Talks about her life, get ready with me videos, doing product reviews.
Have you guys heard of this girl on TikTok? Her name is Brene. Life of Brene, I think her name is. Have you guys heard of her? I've never heard of this girl before, but she has 2 million followers on TikTok. But y'all, let's continue. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Happy Veterans Day for all the veterans. Y'all, this story is crazy, but y'all, let's continue.
His makeup lessons and so forth.
Hey TikTok. So I have a couple things that I got from the TikTok shop that I want to show you guys. First up, this hydrating tint. If you don't want to wear a foundation, this would be great for you. If you've had this before, heard this brand, let me know.
And sometimes she appears with her husband, Tim.
Hi guys.
What's up, y'all? Hello?
We on here? Hey
What's up,
guys,
y'all?
it's Renee.
It's Tim.
And now, Brene and Tim have found themselves in Akira's legal crosshairs. Akira sued for something called alienation of affection. And basically, it's alleging, you are responsible for my marriage ending. In North Carolina, which is only one of a few states that recognize this, you have to prove there was a real affection, real love between two people in a marriage.
Hey, doing, Chapper? Oh, thank you. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm trying to get it together, but thank you so much. I miss all of y'all too. But y'all, we came back with a crazy story. This lady right here is a huge TikToker, and she stole somebody's husband. And in North Carolina, they say if you are a husband stealer or a wife stealer, the person that your spouse, that feels like they have been done wrong, they can sue the other person. This lady, the wife, she sued her originally for $3.3 million, I believe 3.3 million, or 3 million and something. She sued her originally, but at the end of the day, guess how much she won? This lady has to pay the wife $1.5 million for stealing the wife's husband. So y'all, let's continue. This is crazy.
It's clear proof that a third party intentionally interfered with that marriage, and that the love, the marriage, the affection, it was destroyed, meaning the love was, quote, alienated. Is that easy to prove? Is it easy to prove in this kind of case? And you know why we're talking about this right now? Because the trial just happened. We actually just got a verdict on how all of this played out. Plus, Brene represented herself during this trial. And before we even get into the
Now, she got 2 million followers and she represented herself in court. I would have got a lawyer, because when you is even saying I'm gonna sue you for $20, I got to get me a lawyer. Because if I lose this $20, I mean, that's not that much really and truly. But if somebody was suing me for $3.3 million, I would definitely go get me a lawyer. I would not be trying to fight that case by myself. So that is super crazy. But she did, but y'all, and she lost too. She got to pay $1.5 million, y'all. But y'all, let's continue. Smash the like button, y'all.
trial. Back in September, gotta mention this, Brene was charged with cyber stalking after Akira filed a formal complaint against her, accusing the social media star of harassing her online, showing up places, a filing saying, quote, Kennard constantly mentions my name, as well as posts my name and answers questions pertaining to my personal life and pending cases. And there was also an allegation that Brene violated a restraining order that Akira took out on her. Now, Brene was released at the
Wow, she took out a restraining order on her. Oh my goodness. But y'all, let's continue.
time on a $2,500 bond. But when we talk about bad blood, filed a lawsuit against Brene, there was a warrant that was issued for Akira's arrest, that she was purportedly threatening Brene by allegedly saying, I will kill you, and I will beat your bleep, and I know where you stay. This is according to the warrant. So in that criminal case, by the way, prosecutors allowed for Akira's prosecution to be deferred in exchange for 12 months of unsupervised probation, and she had to complete anger management classes and have no contact with Brene.
Wow.
Bad, I know. So let me bring on an attorney who specializes in family law and divorces, Randy Kessler. Randy, thank you so much for taking the time. Have you ever handled an alienation of affection case, a criminal?
Y'all, put a 1 in the chat if you guys have ever heard of this law. I have not. This is the first one. Even they're saying this is the first time that they heard of a case actually kind of going through. But y'all, this is crazy. Smash the like button, y'all. This is beyond belief, y'all.
Conversation case. I mean, is this common? I know it's only in a few states. Have you ever handled anything like this?
Uh-oh. Hold up. It's a commercial. This is like
thinking about it.
Uh-oh, this is crazy. Let's skip this commercial, y'all.
So in a roundabout way, we certainly have. So it's only in 5 or 6 states. I practice
Uh-oh, hold up, y'all.
primarily in Georgia where we don't have it. But we do have jury trials in Georgia. And so a lot of times what happens is my clients come in and say,
Hey, Bronze,
"She
how are
called my husband
you?"
to leave me. I want to bring her in." So we can't sue her in Georgia
Uh-oh, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
and in most states. But you can sue the spouse and say, listen, because you did this, and you can bring them in as witnesses, and you can make their life uncomfortable. But the short answer is no. Very rarely, no states really have this except 5 or 6. And North Carolina being a close state to us, a lot of our clients say, well, what if I just moved to North Carolina? you can't do that after the fact. But it's something we think about and talk about.
Oh Lord, they got the Georgia people trying to move to North Carolina because they got some cases they want to sue. They is trying to get a little bit of change in their pocket for their spouses going and cheating and breaking up a happy home. Y'all, these people, this is crazy. This is about to be a whole pandemic in itself, you guys. Watch what I tell y'all. This story is breaking, but y'all, let's continue.
About a lot. We get asked the question all the time.
And my understanding, these are kind of laws that originated back in the day when it was, men still considered women property, essentially. So there's a reason you don't see this across the country. But how difficult are these claims to prove? So if you look at alienation of affection, you have to prove that there was a genuine love, affection, that there was a deliberate interference by a third party. I guess criminal conversation, you just have to prove what? That there was an affair?
And I'm telling you, how many pictures have we seen so far? We are on. Okay, I'm back. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. I don't know what's going on. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm back. Tammy says, oh, what happened? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Because I don't know. YouTube is tripping with no maps, y'all. YouTube is tripping with no maps, y'all. This is crazy. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Welcome back, y'all. YouTube is tripping with no maps. Okay, Tammy put a 1. Okay, we back. I don't know why YouTube is tripping with no maps, but YouTube is tripping with everybody, not just me. Some people are like experiencing some craziness, but some people are not. But y'all, this story in this situation, y'all, I could not believe that this woman, and I don't even know. Let me go back and see. Hold on, y'all. We got to look up this law in North Carolina because North Carolina, ever since we found out about this about an hour ago, literally right before I came live, let me go to North Carolina and see what the name of this law is again. I forget what they call it. Let me see. Law to sue person who steals a married person. Let's just see. In North Carolina. Let me see. Because I heard them call it something. Let's see. Welcome in the building, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah. Alienation of affection. Now, let's read what that says. It says in North Carolina, a spouse can sue the third party who stole their spouse through a civil claim known as alienation of affection. This claim is also often filed alongside criminal conversations, which specifically address a spouse's sexual infidelity with a third party. It says to succeed in an alienation of affection lawsuit, you must prove the marriage has genuine love and affection, that the third party's wrongful and intentional actions caused the affection to be destroyed, and that marriage was actually damaged. Y'all, these people is about to be cutting up this week. I mean, we just found out, like I said, an hour ago about this. This is new, hitting the airways, hitting the streets, right? So it says, what it is. It says a civil lawsuit against a third party for interfering with a marriage and causing the loss of a spouse's love and affection. It says what to prove. Genuine love and affection existed in your marriage. The love and affection were destroyed. The wrongful and malicious acts of a third party caused the destruction of the affection. And it says key details. North Carolina is one of the few states that still recognize this claim. We got to figure out what other states recognize this claim, because I know it's about to be on and popping tomorrow over there at them courthouses with lawsuits flying in and out the courthouse, right? Jamil says, surviving Big Mama. You is a mess, baby. Oh, Big Mama, she done took somebody's husband, and she's over there on her TikTok and even made a YouTube page. But y'all, this is crazy. But you got to be careful what you ask for. I mean, can you afford to pay $3 million because you stole somebody's husband? I mean, y'all, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. I'm telling you, this is crazy. So y'all, let's continue. So it says what to prove. It says a valid marriage existed. So you have to be married for one. You can't be married, boo thing, boyfriend, girlfriend. You have to be married. It says sexual intercourse occurred between your spouse and a third party during the marriage. The intercourse happened before the spouse separated. It says key details. This claim is often filed with alienation of affection and addresses a specific type of interference. So it says important consideration, legal representation. Both types of claims can be complex and emotionally difficult. It is important to consult with an experienced North Carolina family law attorney to discuss your rights and options. It says evidence, gather and protect any evidence related to these actions as it will be crucial for building a case. So y'all know text messages, pictures, if y'all can prove and grab that, I mean, y'all are on to a case. It says statute of limitations. There are time limits for filing these lawsuits. It says typically 3 years from the last act given rise to the claim. Wow. So you got 3 years. Y'all, this is crazy. Separation. Actions that occur after a physical separation with the intent to permanently separate cannot give rise to a claim. So y'all, this is crazy. I'm telling you, this is crazy. So let's go in and see what other states, because we know it's North Carolina where this happened was North Carolina. Let's see what other states let me see what other states do this alienation of affection. Let me see what other states. Let me see alien of affection. Which states? Let me see which states, you guys. Y'all, this is crazy. How are y'all doing? Hey, John, how are you? Welcome. Let me see. Alienation of affection states. Let's see what states. Let's check out and see what. Okay. So you guys, Hawaii, Illinois, Mississippi, New Mexico, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Utah. So if y'all are in any of those states and somebody has taken your spouse and, hijacked your spouse in those states, you can sue them. You can sue the person. You can sue your spouse's boo thing if you can prove, if you were married for one, and if you can prove that they had a relationship, sex, or whatever the case may be. If you can prove that, you can sue your spouse's boo thing for a lot of money. This girl, she originally was suing her spouse's boo thing, which is a big TikToker. She sued her for 3-point-something million originally, but the judge awarded her 1.5 million. But y'all, let's get back to this case, because I'm telling you, this situation is hot and oh my goodness, crazy. I've never ever heard of this before. This is breaking. And let's get back to this and let's see what else they are saying about this situation. Hold on, let me get my thing situated. Y'all, this is crazy, y'all. This is really, really crazy. Let me turn the camera and go back. We are doing a reaction to Law and Crime. So shout out to Law and Crime. So y'all, let's continue listening and see what they got to say.
But in a typical pain and suffering case, right? You know this. We have, how much is a lost arm worth? If you break your leg, what's the value of that? What about a damaged kidney? You can find ways to prove how much that shortens your life and the
Tammy said being faithful is stone cold survival. Yes. And if you're in all of those states, Tammy, and you is not no faithful person, you better be careful because whoever you are, bringing in as a third party, according to this, I guess, filing case or whatever, according to this law, if you are out there cheating and out there running them streets and you married and your spouse catches on to you cheating, they could sue the person you're cheating with and sue for, from this case, she tried to sue her husband's boo thing for 3 point something million, but the judge only allowed and gave her 1.5 million. But y'all, that's still a lot of money. Y'all know what you could do with 1.5 million dollars? I mean, you could do a lot with 1.5. I mean, not that you would spend it all, but this girl she had a husband, and not only a husband, she had children with this man. It was her husband. So she was upset. She was hotter than fish grease. She allowed this TikToker to come in her house to hang out with her and her husband. Next thing you know, this TikToker is over in all kind of videos with her husband. And now they even got a YouTube channel, y'all. This is crazy. Over there on the floor. This is crazy, y'all. Let's continue.
medical bills associated with it. Then you multiply the medical bills by 3 to get a pain and suffering number. I mean, there's just no real numbers game, no math. It's a matter of, how bad does this make you feel? And from a lawyer's point of view, it's a straight face test. What can I walk in front of a jury and say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury,